What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Mel Mars. Thank you so much for joining me today. Today is Wednesday, and every Wednesday I like to do a relationship topic, which is the R in Mars. Before we go into it, guys, I would like, if you don't mind, hit the like button for your boy. Hit the comment section. Tell me what you think about this topic and everything we're about to talk about here. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button for your boy. Definitely feel free to hit that bell so you can get all my notifications. One of the biggest issues we have in America and really especially in the black community is lack of fathers. We've been quoting for a while now that the black community is 72% born out of wedlock. So in essence, the majority of those kids are being raised by single mothers. And I, for one, don't give men an out as far as their responsibility. I believe men should be there at all times to help raise their children. However, if a mother is alone raising that child, sad to say, she is 100% responsible for the outcome of the raising of that child. So oftentimes, single mothers, in all their glory, they create monsters that one day they can't even stand to be around. And that's what we have in this case here. I'm watching one of my favorite shows, Maury. And I found this particular case to be very, very interesting. Let's take a look.
Everyone, let's welcome Janice to the Maury Show. I want to show you a picture of Janice and her boyfriend of 2 years, Jacquees. They were at senior prom together. Now, right now, Janice wishes life with Jacquees was as simple as it was back in high school.
Now, let's look at Janice. Janice seems to be a very subtle young lady, if I say so myself. Seems to be what most people would say, well put together. She don't look extremely ghetto. She don't look ratchet or just like she all over the place. Like she's somebody that a boy would feel comfortable, bringing home to mama. This is just based on looks, right?
Because not only does Janice believe that Jacquees is cheating on her, Janice says this woman, Tangi, is spreading lies and rumors about her. And that Tangi wants to destroy their relationship.
Janice gets on my damn nerves. She's always running her mouth and nagging everyone. What she needs to do is shut the hell up. She doesn't deserve Jacquees. In fact, she the worst thing that ever has happened to that boy. She's a no good, insecure, greedy little helper who needs to get her head out of her ass. She lazy as hell. She don't cook or clean, and she claims she want to be a wife. That's a joke. She ain't wifey material. Janice is an idiot, and she reaps what she sows. There's nothing I wouldn't do to get Jacquees out of this relationship so that he can meet a good woman once and for all.
So I know what everybody's probably thinking.
Leave her as Jacquees.
Tangi is related to Jacquees. Well, guess what? We're wrong. Tangi is actually Janice's mother. And get this, Janice actually believes that her mother, Tangi, has been trying to break them up because Tangi and Jacquees are having an affair.
I'm gonna get to the affair section in a second, but guys, did y'all hear that lady just went off and saying, she just went off on a tangent. She looked like she was reading a script, but just going off about how terrible this girl is, how selfish, self-centered she is, how much she don't deserve Jacquees, which is a crazy name, but Jacquees, and how she wanted him to leave her. All the stuff she run down the list of, who's supposed to teach her that stuff? You her mama. And it's amazing to me, I'm gonna be honest. I applaud Tangi for admitting to this stuff. Because most single mothers don't admit to how bad their children are, how horrible, or just how ill-equipped their children are to function in society, because it's a demerit on really how they were negligent in their parenting. So most of them don't admit to this. So I'm very happy to hear Tangi is willing to admit this. Let's keep going.
I love it, Maury.
Betraying you like this?
Yes, Maury.
Can you imagine that?
Every day she sits here and tells me how I'm not wifey material, how Jacquees don't deserve me. And I'm over it. I'm over it.
Do you really think that they might be intimate?
I do.
Why?
Because like she's literally always up his tail, like always. She takes his side before mine. She'll listen
So
to
when
him.
you get in an argument with Jacquees, she's on his side.
Yes. She's on his side. His side.
She's cooking meals for him all the time.
Yes, and she even got my boyfriend turning vegan. Jacquees loves me. He loves me.
So we gave him a lie detector test and your mother a lie detector.
Now, we always say, you know, the way to a man's heart is through his belly. I don't know about a vegan belly. I don't know how they get to your heart. But anyway, let's not act like this is outside the realm of possibility. You know, the black community, we all try to act like white people are the only ones who do incest, or white people are the only ones that have the Jerry Springer moments where the mother-in-law is cheating with the son and all vice versa and all that stuff. No, black people do this on a higher rate than anybody else, if you ask me. This happens all the time. I mean, I know personally some women that have slept with some friends, you know, and boyfriends and all that stuff. Like, black people, we struggle with our hormones. Let's just be honest. We struggle mightily with our hormones. So it really ain't about who it is. It's about if they available at that time. But let's keep going.
Apparently Jacquees likes the bathroom a lot.
She love the bathroom too much.
Takes his phone in the bathroom.
Yes, Maury. I'll wake up in the middle of the night. It'll be about 3, 4 o'clock.
He gave us an explanation of all that.
And what was his explanation?
Because you're on him so much, he goes in there to pleasure himself.
Are you serious?
That's what
Do you see me? Do you see me? Are you serious?
Now, put pause on that right there. Do you see me? Do you see me? First of all, it ain't that much to see, if y'all can be honest. Second of all, what does do you see me have to do with anything? Everybody know, well, at least a lot of people know, when you get in a committed relationship with a lot of black women, just women in general, it's like pulling teeth to have regular sex with them. You know, when you get early in the relationship, you know, it's all good and dandy and all that. But after them first 6 to 7 months, you know, after a while, you gotta, you know, pull teeth or just, you know, make the world move and lift the earth off its foundation to get her to to please you. That's just the way it is, and especially a woman that you can tell how she is. Somebody who say, "Look at me," without any explanation, you can tell she all self-centered. You already know her mama said it, so she ain't gonna get this man sex anytime he want it. So that's the thing. I think Chris Rock had a joke talking about that. Why do women get mad when men masturbate when you weren't even thinking about having sex with me? You weren't even thinking about having sex. So why are you worried about what men doing in the restroom when he by himself? And then it's the main point of it all. Can't nobody please you like you can please you. That's just the main rule of it all. So even if he wanted to have a moment to himself, what the hell do with you?
So we're gonna meet your mother Tangi in a while, okay? But first, here's your man. Since prom, since senior prom. Here he is, Jacquees. Jacquees, come on up.
Now y'all look at that. She said, "Look at me." They got the same body. I just wanted to point that out.
Jacquees, you hear what Janice says about you and her mother. You tell me your relationship with her mother. What's that like?
Me and her mother is just like, that's my second mother. Like, this is my girlfriend. This is somebody that I want to marry. Shouldn't I have a great relationship with their mother? Shouldn't I have an awesome relationship with their mother?
She thinks you're having an affair with her.
That's crazy, Maury.
You're not doing anything.
No.
How come you buy her presents?
Why wouldn't I?
Jacquees,
Why
you got
would I
her
buy her
whole
mother a
bath
present?
set. You got her whole bath set. What did you get me for my birthday? What did you get me for my birthday?
I got you
What
jewelry,
you
did
get
I
me
not?
Jacquees.
Did I not?
and her mother go outside all the time at night, right?
Yes, we sit outside, we talk, because I can talk to her
Without
mother.
me?
It's easier.
Without me?
It's easier to talk to her
Without me?
mother.
Oh, it's easier to talk to my mama.
It's way easier
Oh,
to
it's
talk to your mother.
easier.
We all like McDonald's, right? You work at McDonald's,
Yeah.
right?
No, we all don't like McDonald's.
Yeah,
So how does somebody-
he giving him that Big Mac, all right.
If you're working with meat all day, how come her mother has turned you into a vegan?
Answer that.
Not everybody like McDonald's. Everybody knows what it is. So why would I continue to eat that destroying my body?
Her and her mother argue all the time. What's that do?
What drives me crazy most about it, Maury, is the fact that they argue and it's be repetitive. They argue about the same thing and nothing changes. It's like going in one ear and coming out the other.
Is that why you go in the bathroom for long periods of time?
No, the reason why I go in the bathroom for long periods of time, Maury, is to satisfy myself.
You gotta satisfy yourself. You gotta satisfy yourself, and I'm right here. I'm literally right here in the other room, and you gotta go for real.
It's better than me.
For real. Are you for real though?
It's better that
Are
way.
you for real?
It's
It's
better
that way.
At least I'm not getting
It's better that way.
At least I'm not getting it from no woman.
Here's Tangy. Welcome her, everybody.
Ooh. But y'all not see the irony in this thing. They acting the exact same way. Tangy is acting just like her daughter. They're like, I don't know if they're 20 years apart or whatever. They look just alike. Just about 20, 40, 50, maybe 100 more pounds. But they look just alike, they acting just alike. So for Tangy to come on her daughter the way she is and not acknowledge where she gets it from, that's the disingenuous part I don't like. But at the same time, I admonish her for pointing it out. But you need to point it out in yourself as well.
Okay, hold on. Janice, hold on. Hi, Tangy, how are you?
I'm fine, Maury. How are you?
Can I ask you a very simple question?
Yes, sir.
Why do you dump on your daughter so much?
Because she ain't nothing, and she is the
Then I never say that. I get it from you. I get it from you. She denying it. I get it from you, mama. That's all she. That's the only comeback, and that's the only thing she needs to say. I get it from you. So, and that's the problem we got in a lot of our households. We can identify easily other people's problems. We can identify easily mama problem, daddy problem, sibling problems. But can we identify where it came from? Majority of our stuff is generational curses. Majority of our stuff is hereditary. Identify where it comes from.
Tangy, what you're saying is that your own daughter does not deserve this man.
No, she don't. Because Jacquees is a good because you want to be with her. Well, you can have her. I just want you to grow up and act like a woman and stop acting like a little girl. You don't stop acting like a little girl. You say I appreciate you every day. And then you got a relationship to put you like you. Yes, you don't do nobody. You gonna tell me. But no one but her. And whenever you do something for anybody else, she gets mad.
Is this the way you are all the time?
All the time with her because she's so selfish.
Okay.
Every day I'm so selfish.
All right,
I'm not wifey material. Oh, I'm this, I'm that.
You just beat her down. You beat her down, man.
Maybe that's what she needs. It's what's called tough love. No, I love my daughter.
It's too late for that. Everybody, any psychologist, children's psychologist will tell you it's the patterns of who they are. It stops at 12 years old. I'm not saying you can't show tough love at a later age, but that's when you need to get them out the house and get them away from you so they can learn life lessons. Tough love is not beating them down all day and not acknowledging where that man come from. The tough love would be in this situation, daughter, this is where it came from. I realized mistakes that I made in raising you, but this is what you need to do to get on track, and we ain't gonna let this pattern continue with you. Tough love is not saying you this, you that, and you got that way by osmosis. No, that's not gonna work.
I love my daughter, but I don't like her.
Did you tell my producers that you're a better woman for him than she is?
No, I ain't said like that. I said I might as well be his damn woman because she don't do and I do everything for him except for have sex with him.
Do you know how much you're hurting your daughter?
It don't matter. She know how much she hurt people. She hurt people just the same way with her attitude. And people get tired of hearing her mouth.
Can I ask you this? Do people think you have a nasty attitude?
Oh yeah.
So he...
Y'all heard that? I ain't got no problem keeping no man either. But where your ring at, Tangy? Where your ring at? You ain't got no problem keeping no man, no. You don't have no problem getting a man. He'll come there and sleep with you. But once that mouth get going, he gone. You type to fly-by-night woman. Come in, do. Make you feel good. Maybe give you a couple dollars. But once that mouth get rolling, it's time to hit the road.
Not cheating on her.
No, that boy ain't cheating on that damn
Why would I
girl.
cheat on her?
She just
Look
insecure.
at her.
She accused everybody.
Why would I
She
wanna do that
accused
to
him
her?
of everybody.
Well, guess what? We got lie detector tests. Not only...
Little fruity clap.
From the bottom of my heart with this one, mama. You
We
really
got
did hurt me from
Jacquees's
the
lie
bottom of my
detector
heart.
test, and we got Tangi's lie detector test.
Okay. The results I got nothing on the text messages.
Okay,
Janice,
you're up. Are you using your job at McDonald's to sleep with other women? You said no. The lie detector test determined you're telling the truth. Did you sleep with any of the women who have been giving you rides? You said no. The lie detector test determined you're telling the truth.
Thank you.
Did you sleep with any of the women Janice caught you messaging? You said no. The lie detector test determined you are telling the truth.
I told you.
Did you ever sleep with Janice's mother, Tangi? You said no. The lie detector test determined you are telling the truth.
Okay. Now you see.
And Jacquees, during your relationship with Janice, have you had sexual contact of any kind with any other woman? You said no, and the lie detector test determined you're telling the truth.
Yeah, that's right. Now Jacquees gotta leave your
What you
ass.
have to say about that? That's all you got to say.
I would apologize.
I do apologize.
I'm gonna need a little bit more than
Hey,
that.
let me apologize.
I'm
Y'all
gonna
leave.
need a bit more than that.
Okay, Tangi, we got your lie detector test.
Okay.
That means I'm gonna need a little bit more than that.
Every question we asked her about him, she passed with flying colors. So anyway, here's the deal. Your man is true blue. And you better ease off, Tangi, okay?
Me too.
You better ease off.
So Maury does what he does all the time, which gets on my nerve. The person who come on the show end up being wrong, and he tell the people who they were accusing the whole time, who the crowd on booed all show, he tell them to back off or leave, or don't make them feel worse than what they already feel. Anyway, guys, I just want to point out what Tangi was missing. You created this monster, so you got to deal with it. And you don't like what you created. But the first way to get this situation fixed is to admit that you created it. To admit every piece of the selfishness, every piece of what you do not like, as you stated, about your daughter, came from Tangi. She's a direct reflection of you. If you watch this episode of Maury, you will realize y'all are the exact same person. And as we all know, the apple don't fall far from the tree. So it must be a reason, a clear, direct reason why you don't have no ring on your finger. And I would love to see what your mom have to say about you. But I point this out mainly because these issues are going on all over America, and especially in black homes. Parents, if you want to make a change in your child's life and get them in a better direction, start opening up your mouth, admitting to the issues and the mistakes that you made during their childhood. Every psychological issue, mental issue, the things that we struggle with the most in life, more often than not comes from a relationship with our parents or lack thereof. So I admonish everybody under the sound of my voice, get those issues together. And as always, Got the little hat saying it today. Let's grow. Peace.